Hey everyone, welcome to the 2023 Kentucky Derby and welcome to the BMW display. This is one of them actually, and of course because it's race day they decided to go with a rose wall right here. Yesterday it was all lilies, so they've changed it quite a bit. But this is just one of the three displays the BMW of North America has set up at the Kentucky Derby, and of course they have some BMW products here as well. And we're gonna start right now with a BMW XM. As you see right here, right next to me, I have a black Sapphire BMW XM, the 644 horsepower version, and of course it comes with this very flashy gold trim. I think it's called Night Gold. Of course, you've seen the BMW XM before, so I'm going to keep it as short as possible. Once again, very bold design, very aggressive. Of course, split headlights, daytime running lights, headlamps on the bottom, a very aggressive front spoiler because of course it's an M car. You've got a really cool XM badge right there, and of course under this hood you have that powerful V8 engine with a twist because this is a plug-in hybrid, and of course it has an electric battery and a battery pack, and it gives you about 30 miles of electric range on the EPA standard. But let's walk around a little bit and show you more of the display and talk about the car because you've seen the XM quite a few times before. So as you can see here, a lot of people stopping by the XM because there is also a photo experience set up by BMW of North America. So essentially, as you can see right there, you can sit on that podium stand. The camera is going to go around you and you're going to get all the M logo, the BMW logo, the XM, of course the rose wall and all of that, and of course the XM car too. So has been quite busy here yesterday and today because people wanted not only to see the car, but they also wanted to take some really cool photos. So this is one of the displays. The next one that I'm going to show you will be the BMW iX display, and there is one more BMW XM which is in all white. And we're going to talk about that in a second, but before we go, let me show you the car a little bit more. I'm just going to open the door so you can see because it's got an all black interior. So if you come around, you can see the all black interior that matches the exterior design of the XM. So typical BMW M design, very sporty, kind of wraps around your body. You got plenty of carbon fiber, and of course you got an M Sport steering wheel. You have the M1 and M2 buttons on the steering, and then of course you can see also the shift paddles in carbon fiber right behind that. The centerpiece of the car, as they call it, it's this headliner. So it's 3D sculpted, and you can see right here at the top, it has the nice ambient light running all around. You can change that in different colors. And of course, if you drive at night, you will see how it actually stands out within the interior design. Let me show you the rear seating as well now. So just come through this way. As you can see, the rear bench, quite unique to the XM. We've talked about this before. It's got a really nice opening right here, so that helps also with comfort for passengers, especially if you have three of them. And of course, you have this inclined rear seating for additional headroom and legroom and all of that space. Again, we're not going to focus too much on the car because we've talked about this one quite a bit. I kind of wanted to show you the experience behind the scenes at the Kentucky Derby 2023. So once again, this is just the first stop. We're going to go to the next one, and we're going to talk more about the BMW at the 2023 Kentucky Derby. See you in a second. Continuing our coverage of the 2023 Kentucky Derby with the second BMW display, and of course you have another BMW XM, only this time it's painted in all white and it is paired with a black trim. So in contrast with the XM, which you've seen the black one with the night gold trim, this one it's a little bit more modest in presence, I would say, and it's not gonna stick out too much. Of course, it's always a great choice if you pair a white and black color combination on any car, especially on a BMW M car. So of course you see right here the official luxury vehicle of the Kentucky Derby, that's the BMW XM, because BMW USA is one of the sponsors this year. Okay, so once again, it's a little bit different than the other one. You have a two-tone color wheel with the red calipers of the M Sport brakes. Once again, very large wheels. They seem to be 23 inches as well. If we move around the car, you can see this blacked out rocker panel on the bottom. Of course, that's a styling piece that helps emphasize the width and the sportiness of the XM. We've talked about this in the past as well. You have this really nice touch on the door handle. It's kind of like a premium approach to door handles, 3D sculpted, and it looks quite different than what you see on any other BMWs. You see the belt line going all the way into the back because it's got more of a coupe-ish roof line. So once again, it gives you the impression of a coupe luxury SUV than just a very stand-up, upright M SUV. Of course, in the back, same design that we've talked about in the past. You have this inverted L-shaped taillights, all blacked out. Of course, you have the quad pipes in a different stack arrangement. You can see they're vertically stacked. So that's also unique to the BMW XM. Naturally, you are getting a rear diffuser, nicely sculpted to emphasize the sportiness of the rear end as well. And of course, it retains the very same black and gold XM badge, a little bit larger than what you usually see on the BMW M SUVs. Let me give you another side view of the car, and you can see the setup right here, because it really stands out. Right behind this tent, you actually have the VIP entrance of the 2023 Kentucky Derby. So that's something that was set up specifically for this year, where you can see the XM in front of the VIP entrance, so quite cool. And we're gonna go actually see the BMW iX display as well, because that's very interesting and nicely done. But before we do that, once again, take a side view look at the car. I know the XM might be controversial in many ways, but based on what I've seen today, a lot of the people present here stopped by to see the XM. They were asking questions about the car, and they were impressed how imposing it looks in real life. So even though it might be controversial within the social media community and all of that, this is like people that see the car in real life, they tend to appreciate the very bold and very unique design, because a lot of people don't realize this is actually a BMW. So BMW XM, you've seen two of them right now, and now it's time to go to the final stop, which is the BMW iX display. So let's go take a walk. The final stop at the 2023 Kentucky Derby, of course, we have one more BMW display, and this is the BMW iX. As you can see, there are more people behind us here taking photos. There is a prop stand right there, so you can play around and have some fun. Of course, you can have your photo taken right there, and at the same time, you get to enjoy the new BMW iX, but that's how it works. Nice little props here, and you can see the people there just taking photos. Quite cool. It's all about the fun experience here, and then of course, you get to ask questions about the BMW iX. So we have one right here in Alpine white. It's the iX M60. So as you can see right there, it says horsepower, mid horsepower, so a nice play on words. And of course, you also get to see the car here. So no surprises on the BMW iX M60. You've seen it before. Over 600 horsepower. It is extremely fast. Low 3 seconds from 0 to 60. So of course, if you want to have some MDNA infused into an electric car, this is the one right here. Let's kind of walk around and show a little bit more about the iX, because it's one of my favorite BMW products today, because it's built on a bespoke platform. It is quite smart inside. You can see it's got a very minimalistic design. It kind of reminds me of the BMW i3 in many ways. Very spacious, because it's a bespoke platform, EV first. And of course, they can play around with the interior space. Minimalistic, but at the same time, very luxurious. You can also see the crystals on the center console with the iDrive knob. And then of course, right there, you have the shifter as well in crystals too. The large curved display is present as well with iDrive 8. Nicely floating on top of the dashboard, and of course plenty of speakers, because you need that in a luxury car. Speaking of speakers, you have a subwoofer underneath the seats, and of course you have an embedded speaker right there. A lot of people don't know that there is an actual audio speaker in there, and if you're inside and you turn it up, you can definitely hear it. Let me show you the rear space, because it's something you don't usually see too often. The seats are folded down, so you can see how much cargo room you have. If you look in the back, it is quite spacious. You can fit a lot of things in there. Of course, you can have some mats to protect the surface, and you can put the seats up, and it just goes back to the natural position. Quite spacious, and that's one of the reasons why I do like the BMW iX. All right, so let's walk around a little bit before we end this video, because this is my last stop. The BMW displays here. You've seen the XM, the black one, you've seen the white one, and now of course you see the BMW iX. We're getting close to the Derby time, so of course we're gonna go try to watch some horses as well, because it's not all about the cars today, but also about the experience here with people and seeing horses, and maybe you can even win something. So once again, thanks for watching, guys. This is the BMW USA presence at the 2023 Kentucky Derby. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you in the next one.